Hello, good people of Ableton land. I'm back today with a different sort of video. I don't have a new device to announce yet, but what I do have now is quite a large collection of things that I've built. We've got synths, we've got effects, we've got a sequencer, I've got a whole toy box really. So I thought it would be fun to make a video where I just make some music using all of my own devices. I've decided that the rules are I can only use my own devices, but I can use some stock Ableton plugins like EQ, maybe some reverb and delay, things that I haven't built myself, at least not yet. And so there's no rule of thumb for starting a song, but often if I'm kind of just don't really have an idea and trying to create something from scratch, I like to start with some sort of atmosphere, some sort of texture, something that's going to sit in the background. And for this, there's a really cool website I've discovered. It's a funny address, but I'll paste the link down in the description of this video. And what it is, it's a web-controlled shortwave radio receiver. And it allows people all over the world to come in and listen to signals from all over the world. Make sure we're recording here. So there's a lot of controls here. You can change the bands, like so. You can put on noise reduction, which I recommend. And you can just drag the slider around and try to find some blips and bloops. There is a chat box here where people paste interesting things they found, and you can just click them to go in. There's also a logbook where people bookmark things. And it takes some time and effort to kind of search. If you zoom in on a band, there's all sorts of bookmarks here. Great place for finding, glitchy bleeps and bloops and spoken word, music. When you find something interesting, you can just press start here on the audio recording tab. Play around, and when you're done, you press stop and you save, just like that. So we'll close this tab now, and we'll go to Ableton, and we will just drop that in here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop it into Grainstorm, my recent granular device, which I think is perfect for this. So we'll drop it in here, and we'll set the move to 512. Smoothing is up, verb is up, and let's just give it a play. Yeah, this is exactly what I wanted, just some ambience. We can maybe set the move to a little less, 128, because it's quite a short sample in the first place. But yeah, this is perfect. It's going to go in the background. It won't be too loud, but it's just this nice kind of vibe to start things off. And another thing we could do here is just add some EQ. Add some EQ so we don't have any low-end issues later when we add our bass. So we'll do a hard cut there. And maybe roll off some highs too, just like so. Cool, we now have a vibe to start with. So next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring in my Euclidean sequencer called Meridian. And I have a preset, I think this one here that will work nicely. We're gonna set this to 1/16 notes. Then I'm gonna bring in Plume, my FM synth. And I have a little kind of marimba sound here, which I think is nice. And yeah, we've got the reverb turned up and a little delay. And let's just turn this up, see how it sounds. It sounds good, but I think we need to filter out a little of the highs. So we'll use an auto filter for that. Yeah, and then let's play with some jam modes here. Oh, another thing we want to do is we want to turn on the scale MIDI effect, MIDI effects scale. We'll put it right after Meridian, and we'll set it to C minor, just so everything we play in the jam modes is in key. And then we'll turn on some jam modes. Cool, this is a good little kind of spooky vibe to start. Maybe for now, we'll just go back to this preset and back to 1/16. And let's make a kick. I have Pummel here, my kind of my FM percussion and bass workstation device. And I have a kick sound set up here where I'm using the kick module, and I'm using the saw module, and then just a very short envelope, and then these modules are turned off. we're just gonna do a simple pattern down in C1, I think. One here, one here, one here. Give this a play. Let's go lower. And let's add some compression first. A lot of compression. Oh yeah, that's nice. And some delay, just to make it kind of float around a bit. That will do. Let's add not a typical snare, but some sort of percussive sound. I just want it on the 4 here. So what have I got? I've got the kick module turned down. The envelope is quite short. I've got the saw module turned up halfway, and then I've got the noise module. This is kind of the main sound of this patch. Just give it a listen. So it's okay, but I think we want it lower. Yeah, that's cool. And then we've got reverb on too. We do have some effect on here. Let's see. Interesting. Let's turn down the frequency. Let's turn this off. It's a little quiet. We'll just solo this for a sec. Let's make the decay longer. I see, there it is. Let's set this lower. That's cool. Let's just compress it. It's definitely not a typical snare drum, but I kind of like that. Now we can make it shorter. And then one more instance of Pummel here, and with this one, I have everything turned off except for noise, and a little FM actually too. Just a higher frequency, and we just kind of want a hi-hat sound, so I'll just do just whatever, honestly. Like this, like so, like so. Let's give this a play. That's cool. Let's do some EQing. Cut all this low stuff out completely. And then let's do an auto pan. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, next we need a bass. And so I've got my PolyCrush 16. It's like an 8-bit synthesizer, 8-bit inspired synthesizer. And I've set it up with a sidechain to the kick drum, because that is always a nice effect. And then I've got 2 oscillators, a sine and a dirty sine, because we just want something kind of low and subby. So we'll go down to C1. Let's first make this a 4-bar pattern. And then we will say, this is almost a bar long. And then we'll go down 2 steps and down 2 more steps. We'll zoom out here. Let's see. I've actually got this way too long here. We'll just divide it. Let's do it like this, make this last one long. That is not bad. We can then go back to brainstorm here and maybe pitch this up. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Add a little delay. Last thing, as maybe a final touch, is I have my Redwood device, which is kind of inspired by the Kaoss pad that's used on stage by a lot of artists. And I've got just a vocal sample here that's in C minor. And let's see, we'll turn off through so that it's a surprise, and then we'll press record and we'll press play. Oh, and I think we lost half of it there, so we'll press record again. Oh, there it comes. Here we go. Nice. And then now we can just play around with this pad. Maybe some delay here too. That's actually a nice vibe. It's tricky building stuff, making a song with people watching like this. You don't really know how it's going to work out and you don't want to make mistakes. But this actually was a fun experiment. If you enjoyed this, let me know and I will maybe try to do more of these because I have a bunch of other devices to play around with. And it's fun because I haven't been making that much music lately. I've been pretty busy with, well, for one, raising this sweet toddler that we have and with building these devices, which is really enjoyable and feels very similar to making music to me. It's like a creative endeavor, but it is fun to create some music again after a while. Cool, this was fun. I feel like, I'm not going to finish the song while you watch, but I think this is a vibe. This is something that I could finish. This is, it's not bad. And I hope it kind of just shows you some ways that some of my devices can be used. Like I said, I will link the name of that shortwave radio website down below in the description. I'll also put links to the various devices that I used today. And cool. Thanks for watching this far. I hope you're having a very nice day. Talk to you soon. Peace.